Hello guys, it's me again with a just by the way. Have a look at this. Some news that just got in. I've just expanded on it. And tell me, what do you think? Just food for thought, guys. This is about millionaires that urge governments to raise their taxes. Yes, it's a fact. This was published by a journalist called Isabel Toga, and she's an employee from Forbes on the 13th of the 7th, 2020. Wow, this is like mind-boggling. From the USA, United Kingdom, Germany, New Zealand, Canada, and the Netherlands, some 83 millionaires signed the letter organized by the Millionaires for Humanity project. They reckon that they have a critical role to play in healing the world. They say, we have money and lots of it. Further saying that the money is desperately needed now and in the years ahead as the world recovers from COVID-19. So they're telling the governments to raise taxes to people like them immediately, substantially, and permanently. This is what they said. Yes, I know that some of these wealthy people have donated funds in many ways, supporting many needy organizations so that they can keep mankind in a survival mode, I suppose. It's a great gesture, of course, but the fact of the matter is that these wealthy people seem to get richer and richer as times go by, in turn amassing these unthinkable fortunes. I suppose it's not their fault that they've created something that puts them at that level. My problem is one, and that is the rich get richer and the poor become poorer. And it has become a never-ending occurrence, reaching this stage where we find ourselves today, where poverty is at its highest ever due to the greed for money being hoarded and being circulated amongst those wealthy circles. Every time the poor, less fortunate, once alone, as an example, he has to approach the rich, in turn borrowing and paying interest back, again making the rich wealthier. The rich boy wants more money, profits, so he employs artificial intelligence, in turn eradicating the jobs from under the workers' noses. Unemployed people cannot pay or purchase, for that matter, loses his belongings, and is degraded from possibly having a living status to a surviving status, eventually landing up in poverty. Eventually, the majority lose their jobs. Of course, having no buying power, not being able to support businesses, forcing businesses to shut down, making it even worse. It is just a non-stop circular effect. Do they the wealthy expect the robots to purchase their goods? Think about it. In my eyes, these so wonderful, so generous offers are too much, too late. At this moment in time, the economy in this world of ours is damaged beyond repair. Not just through COVID-19, but from greed that has been in practice for decades, long before COVID-19. There's no way of ever mending this mess. This money that will be donated and distributed will just extend the time before total collapse. It's similar to dropping the money into a deep, dark pit. You won't even see its effect. The true picture is at this very moment in front of your own eyes. We can see it right now, guys, where the governments have poured trillions into their economies, but to no avail. Much more is needed. To me, on a continuous, literally permanent basis, and still nothing will happen. I feel the gesture is a great one, but driven by guilt. Yes, by guilt. Because these tycoons have come to their senses, realizing that their wealth is useless and they are going to hit a wall. What are they going to do with all the wealth? How many Ferraris, jets, palaces, and islands can you buy? It's actually mind-boggling. When you get down to the nitty-gritty, that's what you see. Eventually, that is all that they can do with their wealth. If they were really serious about helping, then they should have all clubbed in many years ago and invested in such things as visualizing that pandemics are here to stay. In turn, investing in research for the mobilization of these invisible enemies that we are facing right now. Over the years, the minority, the owners of the world's wealth, made their wealth through the poor, the not so flush majority. The latter becoming impoverished through the greed of the former. Of course, due to the greed for money, higher profits, technology has been enriched at the cost of mankind. The wealthy will have to eat their wealth, for example. Landlords of shopping centers will have to enjoy their concrete investments, having charged exorbitant, unaffordable rentals that have made tenants fold. All through greed and many other reasons, of course, without a doubt. Without a doubt, guys. This is exactly what I mean. Now that the economies have crashed, rents are cheaper and money is cheaper, you name it. Too much, too late. The normal individual will eventually lose all his possessions, inclusive of a rise in stress levels that will eventually wipe them out. At the moment, it's just a matter of closing holes as they keep occurring or recurring. The situation will definitely get better than what it is now, but never like it was prior to this COVID. The governments are bankrupt. Just guess who's going to have to maintain the government. Of course, you've guessed right. Us, the people, paying taxes. But with what are we going to pay the taxes? Where from? The way I see the situation right now is like when someone works his whole life, non-stop, like many of us have done and still do, so that they can have money for their future. And then one day, at a later stage of their lives, he has all this amassed money, but no health, because he overworked himself due to his just non-stop working life. The money that he has amassed cannot bring his health back. And guess what? Of course, there's only one thing that you can guess. The same applies in this case. Think about it, guys. There is no solution to the problem. It's gone too far. And there is no return ticket. What you have to do is to change your little world with a big picture in mind. And from now on, just enjoy it to the utmost with what you have available at your disposal. After reading this, you might think that I am just a negative guy. No, guys, I am not negative. In an actual fact, I am a very, very positive guy. The thing is that I live in the real world, and I personally face reality. And I'm sure that after you've read this, you will realize the difference between negativity and reality. Don't leave it too late. Start right now. Be proactive. Assess your life. Assess yourself. You can still have a good life. You can still live. The choice is yours. I wish you bon voyage.